Who should I go after next? Well, someone said Spark Man, so I'll go after him next. Please pick my next Roadmaster right now, to cut down on the downtime. Let's take a look at how the gyro propeller works. So it's like the Tomahawk Axe or Silver Tomahawk, or the air shooter for that matter. So projectiles can bounce off of enemies onto other ones, and they'll still take damage. Continuing Metal Blade's Reign of Terror. Music? Hello? So the music fades out, stays silent for several seconds, then comes back. Anyone want to take bets on what else this game does wrong? In addition to everything else we've seen so far? The only two good things I've seen with this game is how it has good controller support, as well as decent boss patterns. Everything else is subpar or bad. See, with the Metal Blade, now this game feels somewhat playable. I don't know if it's actually his weakness. Yeah, it is his weakness. It works like the Crash Bomb at close range. Another boss that has a triple or quadruple health bar. Every special weapon deals at least 1 damage to every boss. Why shouldn't the Pea shoot? I'm sounding like a broken record at this point because I'm frustrated at that point. Spark Shocker. Heat Man, gotcha. This is gonna be interesting to edit. In the first episode, I'll cover the first 4 Roadmasters, and in the second episode, I'll cover the next 4 Roadmasters. And I'll edit out many of the deaths in the first episode, especially considering its very slow gameplay until I was able to resolve this issue. The joys of playing games from the early 2000s, especially fan games made without following exact standards. And for once it actually jumps forwards. Straightforward firing weapon, but uses a lot of energy per shot. I guess I'm supposed to save it against tougher foes, but the Metal Blade is already really useful. Maybe this is one of those scenarios. Guess not. Also, nice touch. Take a look at Hardhead over here. There are subtle sparks surrounding him whenever I have this weapon equipped. Nice attention to detail. Right now it feels like the Spark Shocker is underpowered, especially when compared with the Metal Blade and the Needle Spear. What does that sign even mean? I already seen it once before. The game always freezes every time when the music starts looping again. Also, because I started off with a password, I lost all the tanks I had earlier. At least there is a some amount of time before I can make the next jump, which I didn't pay enough attention to here. Still better than the original section, I'd say, because you actually have some amount of time to react to jumping to the next platform. I really hope this is after a checkpoint. It is, thank you. After all, jumping off these long edges is a bit risky. Goody, one of these sections now. Compared with Napalm Man, all these stages feel a lot less enemy spammy. Of course, that's also probably because I have better weapons now. Only thing I need is a shield-based weapon. Then I'm golden. I wish the Yoko blocks were more distinct in this stage, so I don't accidentally stand on one and watch as it disappears. One of the scenarios where this doesn't actually work. That works though. Thank you, game's greater field of vision. I probably don't have his weakness, as I need a water-based weapon. Well, there are no water-based weapons in this game, so... but Gyro Man's already weak to this. Let's try everything else just to be sure. I'm just making sure so I don't end up with multiple Roadmasters weak to the same weapon. Nope, he's weak to the Needle Spear. 2 bosses weak to the same weapon. I have plenty of ammo for it, so I can defeat both bosses with 1 full bar. And boy, Heatman's been nerfed from his original fight. This is very easy. Easiest boss in the game so far. I know, it sparks shock. Hang on a minute, So, Pharaoh Man. After Pharaoh Man will be Ringman, then I'll end off the stream. Next week I'll be finishing off this game, and be moving on to better Mega Man fan games. Let's test out the A-Flame. That's very weak, it seems. Just bounces around the area. And for those watching, I will edit the Mega Man 2 Atari D-Make streams, and regularly post them following this week and next week. As to be expected, weapon balancing in this game is horrid. Only one of the weapons feels bad, but clearly 2 of them are much better, those being the Needle Spear and the Metal Blade. And one weapon is outright horrible, the Pea Shoot. Seriously game, putting it right over there. Oh no, these sorts of jumps now. I wouldn't mind these too much if I could actually damage boost. Don't like those jumps at all. I like the mixture of foreground and background elements here, some stuff in front of the player, but not these sorts of jumps. Okay. I'm not complaining. Another nice thing this game has, mid-air recovery, like Mega Man Sunrise. I don't need to wait until I hit the ground again before I recover, and can start moving again. Wish there were more upgrades in Mega Man games which allowed you to do that. Those spikes are fake as well. Are they on a different layer? You again. Let's see how you like the Metal Blade. Not very much. Clever of hiding it that way. Aesthetically, I say the state is the best looking, although that's not really saying much. I just like how we have 3 layers: foreground, background, and in front of the player. Now the game is starting to feel like a subpar Mega Man fan game, and these actually fall. Wish it was introduced in a safer environment. Oh yeah, for the needle cannon you can hold down the button to fire it rapidly. Or continuously, I mean. And made it. The hardest part of the stage was the first part, the rest wasn't as bad. So let's test out and see if we have his weakness. First, let me see how he is to the Buster. So, double the health bar. Sure, I'll take a dead over here. I have one extra life. Knowing my luck, his weakness is probably either the Metal Blade or the Needle Spear. Or it's this weapon. I get my bosses being weak to the same weapon. If I can position it carefully, I can multi-hit him with it. I just need to do a tap jump first. Or not. It randomly seems to hit him twice. Or his weakness is the propeller. Either will work. Like before, Pharaoh Man's pattern is very straightforward. In fact, even though I made it look harder than it actually is, it's easier than the original. Charged Heatman, thank you for the information. Now onto the final stage of this stream, Ringman. I'm a bit worried how difficult the Wily Fortress stages are going to be. In addition to this MIDI track sounding off, it sounds like it's playing much faster than it's supposed to be. Let's see how the Pharaoh shot works. Whoa, that takes a lot of energy. Again, I'm thankful the game actually recharges my weapons after every level. Just imagine having to do it manually. It's the little things that make this game feel less of a pain and a chore to go through. Saw it from the bottom. You know what that means, Metal Blade time, and I'm running on 0 lives. I forgot to actually recharge. Oh well, let's see how long I can survive for with 0 lives. Bottomless pits are going to be my biggest problem in this level. We have a mid-stage lighting transition. It's the little things that make this game stand out a bit, and demonstrate how the author actually has some inkling of idea of making a better game, which they finally execute upon in Hard at 4. It's not like this game is completely no effort. And thankfully, most of the problems I have with this game aren't due to the engine itself. Controls are great actually. I never had any drop button inputs. For a game made in the 2000s, I'm surprised it even had gamepad support. Most fan games around this time didn't even bother adding it. Here we go, next Yoko Block section. Ah, yeah, I mistimed my jump there. Well, let's try this again then. Can I pull this one off? I can, especially as these Yoko blocks follow regular intervals. Hi, Whopper. Your animation looks off. Even though you take a while, at least you can't hit me. You know, this mini-team is actually growing on me. I'd like to see a remix of this track done with better composition, but kept with the same speed. For E-Tank, one of the first times we can actually access it, there's Ringman. Out of all the 8 Royal Master stages I played so far, Napalm Man stage was the hardest due to the enemy spam, difficult to hit enemies, and the lack of good special weapons that I could use in that level outside the Needle Spear. I really should have gone through it after I defeated Metal Man to have the Metal Blade. Double health bars, or triple health bars. His weakness is the A-Flame. I can't charge it sadly. It deals a truckload of damage per hit, so the only time where this is actually useful. I can see why this boss is a pain to do. Considering I'm losing these, I'll use it now. Based on a limited set of time I had to see his pattern, he's the most difficult one. Regardless of if you use the Buster or his weakness, he's the toughest one. And by Infinium, I gained the Ring Boomerang. Oh, we actually have Dark Robot levels, but I'll be doing those during the next episode. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!